Alright, now that we're in Google Sketchup under Net Activity 1, we're going to take a look at what you can do with Google Sketchup, and the reason I'm choosing to use Google Sketchup when we're creating these 3D objects. Well, Google Sketchup is a 3D drawing program free from Google. You can download it on your home computer, and it has a whole bunch of really cool features. Right now, up at the top here, you have your toolbar, and if you take a look at this tool here, and you can have a chance to just play with the different tools and see what they do, but we're going to use your orbit tool, and your orbit tool allows you to just orbit around your 3D object. Well, right now I don't have much of a 3D object, I have a 2D net, right? But you can orbit around. The scroll wheel on your mouse zooms in or out, right? But right now, taking a look, if we were to take this net, remember a net is a 2D representation of a 3D polyhedron. You wonder, okay, well, what shape would this net take on? And you think about it, it's got a triangular sides. These are your two triangle bases. Okay, so this makes a prism, and this is going to be a triangular prism. So obviously these triangles, if they were to stand up, then these rectangles fold over top of them to make a triangular prism. So here's how we're going to do this. Alright, and we're going to use a combination of tools. The first thing I'm going to do is I could fold these up, but another way that I want to show you is I want to show you how to basically draw a triangle. Okay, and I'm going to use a tape measure here, and I'm going to measure from this point right down to this point, and it shows that it's 3 meters. Okay, you can see right here we have this length here, 3 meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw with my pencil tool. I'm going to draw a line that is 3 meters, and I'm going to draw it on my green axis. Okay. Now, as I'm drawing it, take a look at what the bottom is saying here. This is about 3.2 meters. And if I just type 3, okay, then it automatically makes this line 3 meters. Okay? Now, I'm going to measure this top line here from this point here. Measure up. Alright, and it shows 2.5 meters right there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll grab my pencil tool, and I'm going to pan over a bit. I'm going to orbit around, and actually what I did to draw the net is I drew this line. I drew it on my red axis. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a new line, 2.5 meters long. I'm going to draw it on my, from end point here, I'm going to go up 2.5 meters, and I'm going to draw it on the blue axis. Alright, and I'm looking, as I'm drawing it, I'm looking at my length in the bottom, and it's 2.51, so I'm just going to click there, and I'm going to type 2.5 and hit enter and say, yeah, that's the height I want. And then what I'll do is I'll just take, I already have my line tool, so it's already saying, okay, I'm going to draw another line right to this endpoint. And so now what I've done, if I orbit around here, is I've created this exact same triangle here. I've created this triangle, but I've created it in a stand-up fashion. Okay? So now, here's where Google Sketchup is fun. I'm going to take my tape measure, and I'm going to measure from this point right to here, and it shows 2 meters. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this push and pull tool, and I'm going to go to this side of the triangle, and I'm going to pull it out, and if I watch my distance, I'm going to pull it out 2 meters. Okay, and it's 1.99, so I'm just going to type in 2 and hit enter. So now, when we orbit around, okay, we have a 3D drawing of my 2D net, and that's what I want you to do. Alright, now you also see, notice when I did my first measurement, I got this long dotted line here. Those are going to come in handy as we move throughout these net activities. But what you can do is right now you can just grab your eraser, erase this, and then make sure that you go up to File and you choose to save this net activity. Alright, and then you can go on to the next one.